Welcome back to another video. So within a previous video I created a tutorial for adding decals as both vector, so SVG files, or PNG files without any add-ons. Now within the previous version of Blender, so 4.0, if I will just press Shift A and I will go to image, we see that over here we have this image as planes. This is something that has been replaced within the newer version with mesh plane. It will do the same, but the main difference is that within Blender 4.21, this will be by default activated. Within Blender 4.0, we need to go to Edit, Preferences, and within the add-ons, we need to search over here for Image, and you're going to see the following tool. So Import Export Images as planes. So we see over here the authors. Keep in mind that you will need to check this. Otherwise, if you just press Shift A, you will not have that added over here. So have that checked, and afterwards it will work just the same as within my previous video. For example, over here on the desktop, I added this Google logo. So this is as a PNG file. If I will move it over here, since the shading is not currently set to highlight viewport shading, this will not be visible, but as soon as I will enable that, we're gonna see how that will change. So over here we have some pink elements on the car. This is because this has been saved as an FBX from the 4.21 version over here, so those material will be missing. Now regarding the functionality, this will be just the same. So if I will rotate this on the x-axis, I will rotate it 90 degrees. Afterwards on the y, on the x-axis, 90 degrees. And now I have the possibility to move this in place. For example, I want to add it over here to the door. I will just slightly move it closer. And if you recall from my previous video, if I will just select the car, we're going to see that everything will be linked together. So press Tab to go to edit mode. And afterwards over here on the door, I will do a selection so that I can add that Google directly over there. So go to face selection. And I will do the following selection. I can also select multiple elements like this, or I can change this to be different. So we have the possibility to do a box selection. If I will just do a rectangle select like this, we're going to have the following elements selected. And over here, if I will hold down Control, I can add those additional elements. With this selected, I will press P and I will separate the selection. And afterwards, we're going to see that the shading will look like this over here. So we're going to have that splitted. Within the previous version, if I will split that, we are not going to see. So within the newest version, that C mark, where we're going to have that splitted. Now I can select the logo. This we see that is an SVG file format. So if I will just zoom in, this will not be pixelated, but as I recall, I know that I added this as a PNG file, so this should actually be pixelated. Let me just zoom in over here, so it will look like this. The name for this is logo, but let me just add that again. Image as plane. From the desktop, we see, okay, so this is a PNG file, but we have a higher resolution and we don't see that pixelated quite so fast. If I were to bring this as a vector, I would go to import and I will go to scalable vectors over here. We see that image as plane will also be available over here. So once you have that added, it will also enter over here. Now from my desktop, I will also import the SVG file, which will load as following. So over here, all of those elements will be nested over here. So I will just move them. If I will zoom in, we're going to see that this will be the vector. So this is quite small. I will just have it scaled. Let's say roughly the same size as the other one. And since this is a vector, we're going to see that we have some overlapping surfaces over here. So I can just slightly move them to the back. So I will grab this, grab on the z-axis, and I will go minus 0.0001. We're going to set in this case the logo will look like this. So actually this should be on top so that we're going to have that hidden. So grab that, go upwards on 0.0001. So I will add 4 of zeros. With 4 zeros we see that that will still be visible. So let's just add 0.001 and that should fix it. This as well, so I will select it, move it upwards 0.001. In this case, since both are at 001, I will just slightly move it again 001, and I will just move this directly 0.003. And yeah, we're gonna have that scalable vector now added over here. I can right click and convert this to a mesh, and afterwards, just like previously, I can start rotating it once on the x-axis minus 90, afterwards on the y-axis, but directly on the y, like this. So it will go upwards minus 90, and now I can just bring it in position. We're gonna see the difference. So this will be a PNG, but in this case we have a lot of resolution, so it will become pixelated over here, as we can see, while the one that has been brought in as a scalable vector and converted to a mesh, I can zoom in over here and it will never become pixelated. And regarding the wrapping, it remained the same, so we can just position that. So if I will add this, if I will select this, and I will go to modifiers. If I would just wrap this directly, it will just try to wrap this plane. So initially I need to subdivide it, so it will better fit the surface. So press tab, right click, subdivide it multiple times. I suggest that we're going to do it several times like this. And afterwards I will go to add modifier. I will search over here for shrink wrap. And for the projection I will set this to be target normal. The surface will be the following. And over here for the offset value I will add 0.0. With 1 we're gonna see that we have some overlapping, so just make this larger, for example 3, and that should fix it. And we see how that will be wrapped onto that curvature. Now with the scalable vector I will do the same, so I will just grab this and move it on the y-axis over here. With this selected I can also join all of this, so there will be a single mesh. If I will press tab, we're going to see the triangulation of this will look like that. So if I will try to shrink wrap this, again doing a projection onto that side of 0.03, it will look like this. So I will just change this to 0.05. We see over here some overlapping because during this shrink wrap we have all of those faces projected onto the same distance. So in order to fix this, it would be recommended to have the nut joined and each of those shrink wrap differently. So if I will select this, I will press P and I will separate them by material because I want each of those to be individual. Now if I will go and have this shrink wrapped modifier set, for example, for the top over here with projection 0.05. For the following one I will go again with shrink wrap with projection the same surface 0.05, 4. Okay, so that should work for the following one. So just slightly adjust those values, 0.03 over here, and the last one should also go over there with a shrink wrap tangent. So target normal project over here, 0.02, and have that also added over here. So this is 0.02 and this is 0.03. It is weird that the blue will be positioned in front over here, so just change that offset, 0.01 minus. Okay, it will go now inwards. Let me just slightly increase this, 0.5. 0.004, okay. Then I will make this 3.5. Still have a little bit of overlapping, so we still need to slightly adjust those. This is the drawback of using vectors over here, so I would suggest for the wide use to just use PNG files, as those will be a lot easier to work with. I will just slightly move this over here and make this to be in front of everything like that. Okay, so we see the difference, how we can bring in PNG files that will have that transparency over here, and how we can bring vectors. But again, I would suggest just to use PNG files because the whole workflow, it is easier and everything will be nested together. And as we can see over here, this PNG file will look really good as a decal over here on the car. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this kind of content. I will position a similar video on the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.